heard the name Phineas Gage? Because everything that we know about the brain starts with this guy. I'm going to tell you a little bit about his story, and then at the end, I'm going to ask a question that gets to the very heart of your feelings about the universe, and I need to know your answer. Phineas Gage was a railroad worker, and in 1848, an explosion sent a railroad spike, like a giant railroad spike, up through his eye, out of his skull, and in the process took out a large chunk of his brain called the left frontal lobe. Now, when most people suffer a traumatic brain injury, they just run for Congress and leave it at that. But Phineas Gage tried to go back to his regular life. Turns out losing a large portion of your brain changes a man. In this case, it changed a good man, a morally upstanding, hardworking family man, into what we would commonly call a bad man, a gambling, abusive, drunk, quick to anger, unreliable guy who had to lose his job and go off and live with family till he died at 36. So here's my question. Was Phineas Gage evil? Because he wasn't until the brain injury. The brain injury made him evil. And if that's the case, does evil, as we understand it, exist? Because if you're the kind of person who believes in heaven, the question you have to ask yourself is, did God let him into heaven? Because it wasn't his fault that he was like this. But if it wasn't Phineas Gage's fault, how is it any of our fault? If Phineas Gage wasn't evil, does evil actually exist?